What's up, y'all? It's me, it's Tiara from Glitter Bifocals, and I am back with another video. Hey, hey, hey. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wake myself up because I'm tired AF and I have a dinner date. So, really quick, I was just gonna do a video as a continuation of my last one, which was my top 5 mistakes as an engineering student. If you didn't watch that, then stop what you're doing right now and go ahead, go catch up. But if you have watched that, then you're in the right place. So I'm gonna talk about career fair preparation in depth. I'm getting ready for a career fair right now. So since while everything and all of my steps are fresh on my mind, I'm gonna share those tips with you. So first on my list, when I get ready to go to the career fair, I know a lot of people at your universities, the career fairs will start coming up probably in the next few months. The Society of Women Engineers Career Fair and Conference is coming up in October. So these are just some tips that you could use to get ready so that you're in there on your A game and prepared. Number 1, the first thing I do when I know I'm getting ready for a career fair is I print the list of the companies that's gonna be there. So for example, this is a list that I printed off of the SWE website. It wouldn't have been so many pages. It was supposed to be front and back, but the printers at work be acting remedial. So anyways, print your list out, have it on a piece of paper so you can mark it up and everything like that. So once I do that, I'll start my initial research. So literally, no joke, what I did was I started from the first company and went all the way to the last and just did a general look on their website and see what industries they serve, what they do for the most part, and I could try to sum it up in 1 or 2 words, if it's healthcare, if it's oil and gas, something like that. So I'll take note and I'll write that on here. That way you can know what companies really cater towards you and what you do. I'm a chemical engineer, so I'm not gonna be trying to talk to construction companies directly and things and IT people, things that are just out of my field. I'm not going for that. So that's why I go through the list and know what each company does, so I know who would probably have a job for me. And so when you do that, you go through and pretty much have your list of the companies that you're interested in because they cater towards chemical engineering, for example. We're gonna use that as an example. Then after that, I have my list. I will go to each site and go to their career site, do a job search for just a general job search just to see what kind of open opportunities that they have. So you're sticking with chemical engineering. Say you want to go in and you want to type chemical engineer, and you do your little filters in the search and everything, and all of the jobs come up. So you go through, my eyes were hurting because I went through so many pages of jobs and things like that, but it's worth it in the end. It's hard work, but you're gonna be grateful when the career fair comes and you got all your ish together. Okay, so you go through the jobs that they have and you look at qualifications. That's really the first thing I look at, is the qualifications of the job. See if I qualify, and then if I do, I may go look and see where it's located, kind of briefly skim over the job description and see if there's relocation assistance, just try to see what information I could get. And if I'm really messing with it, I'll apply. So you do that for each company that you formed your list of. And when you apply, take note of the jobs you applied for. I kind of write the title. I don't even know if I'm putting the right thing. I kind of write the title, and this isn't made for y'all to see anyway. I write the title of the job and a requisition ID or some type of ID number connected with it, just so it's easier to access in case you have to go back and look at anything in more detail. After you've applied to all the jobs on your list for all the companies, then you're going to go over and form a Word document. So this was the list you printed out, was your scratch paper, and then you're gonna go and do a Word document, and I just start bold and underline the company name. You don't have to do that. Do it however it works for you, but that's what I do. The company name, and then I'll do bullet points under it. I'll okay, say for example, TMAC Engineering. I'll go to their website and I will do like see what they're about, like really kind of look into details, because a lot of times recruiters ask you like, what do you know about our company? Why do you want to work here? And you just can't say, oh, I just know that you're a construction engineering company or a manufacturing facility. You can't just say that. Like, you have to have some little key points to make you stand out. So usually I'll go on the website. Some people's website have so much information on it, like too much, but it can be overwhelming. Just take a deep breath, and usually the way I make it a little bit easier is I'll start by looking at the company's history. So a lot of companies have like a history timeline of from when they were founded until today, kind of putting up like their key accomplishments and anything like that. So go through that. It's always really helpful, and I'll put like key points and notes on my Word document. And look in their news reports. They'll have like most companies have like a news section that has articles of any breakthroughs they've had or any new contracts, new leadership, anything like that. So I think that's always a good thing to look into as well when you're doing this research, because you can mention something like a current event that's specifically catered to that company when you're talking to the recruiter, and that's gonna make you shine bright like a diamond. And so you do that. After you do your research, and on your Word document, put any key things you found out on the website on your Word document. And then under that, you'll list the jobs that you applied for previously. So that way, everything for that company is like in one organized space on a piece of paper. You have the name of the company, some of the history, some of their current events, and the jobs you applied for. That way, when you go to the recruiter, you have a bunch of stuff to talk about, in addition to jobs that you've already applied for, any questions you may have about the job, any questions that you may have about the company, their culture, their values, anything like that. And I would also say, I lost my train of thought in a moment. I don't know what I was gonna say, but anyway, so do that and just keep doing it for each company on the same Word document. And when you're done, print it out, carry it with you in your portfolio at the career fair. Usually there are kind of like really long lines to talk to recruiters. At some point you're going to be standing in the line. So while you're doing that, just look over your little notes that you created. It's like a cheat sheet pretty much. So look over that, start reviewing it, getting things in your head. Just kind of know what you're going to talk to whoever representative of the company that you're talking to. Kind of know what you want to talk to them about, how you want to start the general conversation, and you'll have your answers to when they say, what do you know about the company, whether it be in your initial conversation with the recruiter or if it's further on in the interview, because that's also a question sometimes too. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. I can't wait until I go to these career fairs and kill it, because that's what I'm about to do. Bye.